Montreal man is suing Ferrari Quebec for more than $20 million. He suffered second and third degree burns after a car exploded at the luxury dealership 2 years ago. And Maya, the Ferrari belonged to Quebec multimillionaire Luc Poirier.
Yes, Caroline, and we spoke to Luc Poirier by phone this afternoon. He confirmed his Ferrari was modified at the dealership and used for a demonstration without his knowledge or consent, and it was the fuel leaking from his car that caused the explosion. Poirier didn't even learn about the explosion until he got an anonymous phone call. Poirier told us his Ferrari was a total loss, and while he says that's a shame, he says what's really, quote, horrible is what Papazian and his family went through. Richard Papazian used to be an avid car enthusiast, but those days are over.
I started to drive a little bit now. It just tires me out very, very quickly. It was a passion of mine. I loved driving. I loved cars. It was a dream to buy a Ferrari, and it turned out to be a nightmare.
On August 7th, 2024, a Ferrari Quebec salesman offered to take Papazian to the second floor of the dealership to show him a 2004 Ferrari 360 Pista Spider. The car belonged to multimillionaire Quebec entrepreneur Luc Poirier. When it comes to Ferraris, it's often the sound of the engine that seduces potential buyers. Papazian says that's what the salesman wanted him to hear.
I was on the passenger side of the vehicle, and I was standing waiting to hear the sound of the car. He attempted to start the car several times, and on the third or fourth attempt, the next thing I knew, I was engulfed in flames.
Papazian was rushed to the CHUM burn unit with second and third degree burns to 56% of his body. Papazian spent 4 weeks in a medically induced coma and another 4 months in hospital. Papazian later learned the fuel rail and injectors had been removed from the engine of Poirier's car by a master technician weeks before his fateful visit. In a $20.8 million lawsuit, Papazian alleges this was done, quote, without taking any precaution to prevent anyone from starting the engine, thus rendering the Ferrari 360 a dangerously compromised vehicle that had become a ticking time bomb. Papazian says Ferrari Quebec hasn't returned the $20,000 deposit for the car he was originally planning to purchase.
And during all this time, not one person from Ferrari Quebec reached out to my family to offer them support.